Okay, I'm gonna just show you some highlights of Candace Owens. I think she's a brilliant young lady. But I'm gonna just show you here before we get started some of this stuff Joe Biden be saying. There's something's really wrong with this guy. Check him out.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Wow.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
Now he said he's running for the Senate again. He forgot he was running for president. But that's Joe Biden for you.
Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden.
Okay, now I'm confused on this one. Who in the world is the other Biden? Is he a clone or what? Maybe this the other Biden right here. Check this out.
Give me a look, though, okay? This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robbins Island.
So that must be that's the other Biden right there. I can't find records of any of this stuff that he was arrested in Africa. Maybe the other Biden was arrested. But anyway, these are some highlights of Candace Owens. I didn't put a lot of stuff together. I just like this one in the Senate hearing. I know you probably heard this one before, but it's awesome. It's some of the stuff that's coming up today, what she's been discussing all this time.
Owens, I'm going to direct these questions to you, if I may. I don't know that you've seen this, but it's a memorandum that the majority Democrats prepare for the committee members. And in this memorandum, they go through the various witness names and organizations that they represent, the Anti-Defamation League, Equal Justice Society, the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law, and then we get to you. Oh my goodness. Candace Owens, Director of Communications at the Conservative. Nobody else is described as progressive or liberal, but you are described as a conservative advocacy group, Turning Point USA, and a conservative commentator and political activist known for her criticism of Black Lives Matter and the Democrat Party. I think you've caused my friends on the left to go to their safe spaces, and I'd love to explore with you a little bit of the reason for that. Do you consider yourself a conservative?
I am a conservative, yes.
Okay. Are you pro-life?
I am pro-life.
Okay. Does that trigger people when you see them, that they know that you're pro-life?
It makes them very upset, and Democrats hate me.
Do you own a gun?
Pardon?
Do you own a gun?
No, sir.
When next time you come to Colorado, we'll take you shooting. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Are you proud of your family?
I'm very proud of my family.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you hate Americans with black skin color?
Absolutely not. I actually love Americans with black skin color so much that I'm willing to fall on the sword 1,000 times for them to wake up and realize that we are being lied to, abused, and used by the Democrat Party.
How about Americans with white skin color? Do you hate them?
I do not, and that's a problem for people on the left.
Do you hate Hispanics?
I do not.
Do you hate Asians?
I do not.
Do you hate lesbians or gays or anybody from the LGBTQ community?
I like this answer she gives right here.
I've got all of that in my family.
I'm baffled because in the chairman's opening statement, he said that you openly associate with purveyors of hate.
Yes, purveyors of hate by his definition is anybody that supports the president. I support the president because he's done a tremendous job in helping the black community, despite all of the rhetoric from the media and leftists who do not want him to be successful.
Tell me a little bit about how the president has helped the black community, if you would, please.
Well, he's lowered the black unemployment rate. It's the lowest it's ever been in the history. He's getting us off of our feet. We see, I believe the last number I checked was 3.5 million people are off of food stamps, something that the Black Caucus sat down and didn't applaud. Neither did any of the Democrats applaud, because they want a system where blacks are dependent on the government. They are people that put in place the policies that broke down the black family. And the biggest problem that's facing our community is father absence. In every room that I've been in with the president, he talks about real issues, and he doesn't pander to us. He doesn't do Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Southern drawl accent and speaking to us like we're slaves. He asks us important questions. And the most important question he could have asked was, Black America, what do you have to lose? Because we were already losing under Democrat leadership. We had a student whose dorm was set on fire for being a member of the Turning Point chapter, and all we preach is for free markets and capitalism as a means to lift the most people out of poverty. That is my belief, and of course, my main thesis is that Black people do not have to be Democrats, and we are not owned by the left, and I understand that causes some people trouble.
And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't Black.
Conservatives are patriots. The president is a patriot, and I'm a patriot, and there is no skin color in patriotism.
Thank God we have you. Thank you very much for being
Thank
here.
you. When I announced that I was a conservative, I've never seen anything more racist, more disgusting, more vitriolic, and more hate that's come my way in my entire life, and the things that Democrats and the media say about me today. When I start telling the truth about the fact that the community that is the most impacted by abortion is the Black community. 800 to 900 Black babies are aborted every single day. That amounts to about 18 million Black babies aborted since 1973. And the Black population has stagnated. Our population growth has stagnated completely. These are the kinds of logical discussions that I've had that have earned me all the titles that we discussed before. I actually wanted to respond to Congressman Cicilline because he was making references to me. He also brought up family separation. This seems to only be an issue for illegals at the border, and nobody ever wants to talk about Black babies being separated from the womb of Black mothers. So if he actually cared about that, he would be embracing me. And lastly, he brought up the rhetoric of the president as in the same breath that he referred to me as despicable. I'm tired of hearing the left refer to people as despicable, as deplorable. We are Americans and we are patriots, and even if we disagree with you, name calling should not be something that is done, especially in these chambers. I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Liu believes that Black people are stupid and will not pursue the full clip in its entirety.
He's playing a little clip about what she said about Hitler, but she's going to explain. He only played like 30 seconds of it. You know how the media is. They're going to cut and splice different things out to suit their purpose. Check it out. She's going to get him straight here.
He purposely presented an extracted clip.
The witness will suspend for a moment. It is not proper to refer disparagingly or to a member of the committee. The witness will not do that again. Witness may continue.
Sure, even though I was called despicable.
Witness may not refer to a member of the committee as stupid.
She didn't refer to anybody as stupid. Wow.
I didn't refer to him as stupid. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said. May I continue?
Please.
As I said, he is assuming that Black people will not go pursue the full 2-hour clip. And he purposefully he cut off, and you didn't hear the question that was asked of me. He's trying to present as if I was launching a defense of Hitler in Germany, when in fact, the question that was asked of me was pertaining to whether or not I believed that whether or not I believed in nationalism, and that nationalism was bad. And what I responded to was that I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people. A nationalist would not kill their own people. That is exactly what I was referring to in the clip, and he purposely wanted to give you a cut-up similar to what they do to Donald Trump to create a different narrative. That was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms of trying to drum up narratives. By the way, I would like to also add that I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there. I'm deeply offended by the insinuation of revealing that clip without the question that was asked of me.
Wow. All right. Like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.